Hi, I'm Alex Archbold. I've been buying and selling antiques since I was a kid. Over the years, generations of our family have gotten involved in the business, and I'll search just about anywhere I can to find hidden treasures both big and small. I never know what I'll turn up next. It's about exploring new places, seeing new sights, and having fun. And even though sometimes I get over my head, we try and make things a little better along the way. This is Curiosity Inc. Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode. I'm still in Arkansas and I've stopped at an estate sale, and this is probably one of the better ones I've been to in a while. You know, you walk in the door and you see all kinds of cool stuff like motorcycles. Apparently that's a BSA under the tarp there, but they sold it. There's a 1978 Honda, but we're gonna do a little walk around, see if we can find some stuff to buy, but it looks very promising. So follow along on today's episode while we do a little estate sale shopping. Let's go. It's always a good sign when you walk in an estate sale and they've got beautiful antique furniture. I see an old radio over there. Almost don't know where to start because there's so much stuff all over the place. Got some glassware, individual plates and dishes. I don't see any uranium glass yet, but we'll have a little pop. Oh look, there's an old Allstate, that's an old one too, balloon tire ashtray. And actually, I think I was talking about uranium glass. I think that is a uranium glass insert in that Allstate balloon tire ashtray. I was taking a little browse and I found a couple interesting books. A 1961 book on the Grand Prix circuit, Targa Florio. And this is of interest to me because that Lancia I have was one of those sort of cars that was raced at those events. A Ferrari book. So I'm going to make a little pile and I'm going to leave this stuff. Is it okay if I leave this on the table here?
Yes, sir.
I'll make myself a little pile here. So let's see what else we can dig up. Case engine plates from Iowa. There's a fancy oil lamp. Somebody's converted it to electric, but you can see that was an original oil lamp at one time with that beautiful shade parlor style lamp. I have to be careful what I buy because I have to fit in my suitcase. So if I'm not jumping on some of the big stuff, that's the reason why. But that motorcycle is winking at me. The 78 Honda. There's, let's see what we have for records. Dave Brubeck, Charlie Bird, so it's some good jazz on that. Firestone, Christmas Favorites, Glenn Campbell, Nancy Wilson. So, a few records, a little pumpkin. This. It's starting to pick up in here. Oh look, there's a little doll with all the clothing inside of a little case there. $25 on that. And some etchings. Limo Illustrated. Those are probably quite old. Those look to be around 1900 or so, and probably original. Someone's framed them. Okay, let's see what else we can find. I noticed there's a whole bunch of car stuff down here. This is in fact where I found the Ferrari book, but there's all these old manuals and books and some interesting titles. Let's see. Love, sex, and tractors. Well, that's when you really like your tractor. Or there's old tractors and the men who love them. Hey, it's the same guy. It's probably an interesting read. Oh, there's a Bentley and Rolls-Royce car book. Some of these books, they didn't really print for very long, so it's kind of interesting to see them. 1976, that's from. What I'm hoping to find are the books that were printed around the same time that the car came out. Oh, look at all the car tire ashtrays over here. We got one with a white wall on it. That's kind of neat. Firestone Super Sports. It's always nice to find them when they have the logo on the glass, like this Firestone right there has the logo etched right into the glass. A little bit better. Is that a fountain pen? For $1? Oh, it's a knife. It's like a little, it looked like a fountain pen, but it's actually like a little utility set with a screwdriver and stuff. That's neat. Okay, let's look under the table. We've got some reproduction signs. Cord front drive. The trick is finding the originals. These reproduction signs, they still make, and you can pick up pretty much anywhere like Amazon or online. I'm sure some they don't reprint anymore. There's a Ford. You can pay more, but you can't buy better. I do have a Ford truck. Graham. I don't mind the reproduction signs that are porcelain enamel. Actually, years ago when my wife and I had a store, we used to sell this kind of stuff. And they were, I don't know, probably $10 to $15 a sign when they were new. But I'm looking for the older stuff. Oh, there's an old road and track. 1951. It's the old stuff that I'm looking for. And I have a feeling we're going to find some in the mix here. Brochures and magazines. There's a Hudson workshop manual for a Hudson car. There's the accessories list for your Mopar. What kind of stuff could you get as accessories? See, different seat covers, all the different types of radios you could get. Those spotlights and fog lamps. It's a neat little piece of history. Gives you an idea of the sort of stuff the dealers were selling as accessories back in, what is this, 1949, just after the war. I'm getting stopped by all the car stuff in the books. I'll come back and have a look at that. Notice on the table behind me, we've got some, looks like end scale train cars. I have the size slightly smaller than this. I've got Z, which is itsy bitsy tiny. But there was a period of time I was looking for all these buildings when I was building that train layout in the suitcase. 1980s G.I. Joe stuff. That looks like a Stomper. Or, no, it's a little remote control car. Let's see if the figures are in the case. No, it's empty. That's too bad. But there's still people who are, you know, even though these need a little bit of TLC, they're still collectible. A remote control Sherman tank. And they've got like the video game setup over here, all the old Atari games with their boxes. You know, after we did that last auction, some of the stuff sold okay, but you gotta be careful what you pay for things. Atari 5200, that's an unusual machine. The old Duck Hunt game. There's all the Atari stuff in the box. Oh, look, it's a still lamp. They've got, it's like a little still setup turned into a lamp. Gosh, if I still had my store, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. That would sell. Somebody would think that's funny to put in your put in your rec room. Wonder if you could make booze out of it at the same time. It's a funny little setup. Little steam tractor toys. That one has a, I don't know if that's a replica. The driver is for sure. That's an oldie. Tin plate mechanical, and you got the Robbie the Robot. Robbie Sr. This is kind of a neat piece. It's sold already, but it's a tower clock. Like it's sort of a modern take on a clock radio. So you got the clock up top, radio down below. I've always thought those were kind of a neat item, and you don't see them too often either. Sewing machine down below there. And craft stuff. It's an odd, I guess, what little radio. Some sort of, oh, I guess it would sit between your chairs. Console style. All kinds of books. Yeah. We'll come back to the books in a minute, or I will anyway. Come have a look. I want to go look at the other side of the sale because I feel like I'm missing stuff. Oh, there's a Mario Kart slot car set with the cars still in it. Bunch of track. Okay. Let's see if I can get around to the other side. Look at this, guys. It's like the very first TV, or one of the first TVs, 1948. They said brand new, it was $372. 10-inch screen, that's what the first kind of TVs look like. How cool is that? I have a fellow that I know, actually he's in every opening of our episode where he's fixing up my Spartan Bluebird radio where he collects these type of TVs. That's another thing. I'd bring it home if it wasn't so darn heavy. Pretty impressive, nice old lamps over there. Gosh, all kinds of neat stuff. There's a nice old Bakelite radio. That's Bakelite, yeah. It's missing one knob, but you can find those knobs. I wonder if I still have them. I had a collection of knobs that I was keeping around just in case I found an old radio that needed a knob, and I have no idea what I did with them. That's neat. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the books and see if I can find some stuff to bring back home. Well, that was a pretty good sale. Apparently it's been on for a couple days, so I missed a lot of good stuff. But I did find a book on Ferrari, I found a book on racing, and I got that uranium glass car tire ashtray, which I've never actually seen before. So a pretty good little haul for me. So thanks for watching today's video, guys. We'll see you all soon. And I'm gonna continue my adventure and my exploration here in Arkansas, but so far finding some cool stuff. Bye for now.